Hey guys, this week we are sharing with you our 5 kitchen must-haves when full-time RVing.
Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Liz, and this is Max.
Mary.
And Lulu. We just quit our jobs and left it all behind
To find something bigger and better, because we were
called to the road.
What's cooking?
Don't be chugging all that coffee now.
That's my half. All right, 5 kitchen essentials, and you've got to be pretty picky when you choose your 5 kitchen essentials because you don't have a lot of room. So these are 5 things that we use all the time and that I think we probably couldn't do without now that we've had them for 7 months. Number 1, the Berkey. The Berkey water filtration system is definitely number 1. And this is something that I was a little skeptical about when we were trying to figure out our water solution before we hit the road. I was like, well, we just get gallon jugs of water. That was absolutely not true. There is no way we could have carried as much water as we use. We use at least a gallon a day just for the dogs. We use water for cooking. We use our drinking water. We make ice with our water. And I am super paranoid about the quality of my water, so I wasn't going to just pour out of any hose anywhere we went. And sometimes there's a lot of questionable material in the water that's at these RV parks. So, Berkey. We have the Travel Berkey. We paid around $350 with the filters included. And we chose to get the standard filter, which is like a carbon filter. And then it also comes, you have the option of getting 2 filters that go in the lower part of the Berkey that filter out fluoride and arsenic. And just the taste of the water alone is so, it's some of the best water we've ever drank. So those are the 2 lower filters. And then there are 2 carbon filters up top. It's a gravity fed water filtration system. So you fill the top and it drips down into the bottom, and then you have your little spout. And we also chose to get a little stand for it, which is really nice because then we can put, whatever we're going to fill up right underneath it. And we love it. This thing filters out something like 3,500 gallons of water. It'll last us a long time before we have to change the filters. Could not have done this without this thing.
We have had safe, clean drinking water for these 7 months that we've been on the road, and it just really puts your mind at ease to know that your dogs are drinking clean water and you're drinking clean water, and you don't ever have to worry about that. So that's huge. You don't have to buy plastic bottles.
Essential item number 2, and this may be up for opinion, but to us it's essential. And we love drinking coffee, and we decided to go with the Keurig K Mini Plus. Now we had the standard Keurig in our house before we left, and it would have fit in here, but we decided that it took up too much counter space. The Keurig K Mini Plus is a single serve Keurig, so you can decide how much coffee you want to make, 6 to 12 ounce coffee. And then you also can buy the reusable K-Cup, which is what we've used since day 1 when we bought this. And these do require an adapter. You can't use just any reusable K-Cup because Keurig, I think, got proprietary rights over the reusable thing. But it works excellent. We put whatever coffee we'd like in there, and we just tap it out when it's done and make a second cup. And differences between the regular standard house Keurig, it's a little bit noisier, but it's not like it's running all day. Maybe it takes a little bit longer. I think that's because the standard house Keurig always has water ready to go that's hot. So the way that this works is once you put your water in and coffee in, hit the button and it makes your cup of coffee right there. So it to intaking the water, heating it up, but it's go and do something. Brush your teeth and the coffee's ready. I mean, it doesn't take that long. So, number 2, if you're a coffee drinker, it could be essential for you, but we love the Keurig K Mini Plus. And we actually, these retail at $100. I usually see $89 to $100 on this. We found it on sale for half price, $50. And then I've seen them several times online for $50. I've seen them at Target for $50. So you just keep your eye out and you can get a pretty good deal on this. And they make different colors. There's black and eggshell blue. There's some vintage yellow colors, white. So Keurig K Mini Plus, essential for us. Essential kitchen item number 3, the Instant Pot. And the Instant Pot was actually a gift we received when we were still living in Sticks and Bricks. My brother got us the Instant Pot for Christmas, and they were all the rage. I was hearing a lot of people talk about how they love the Instant Pot and they use it all the time. We actually hadn't really used it, and I'm kind of like against kitchen items like this. I think they're big and bulky. I don't like I always think there's a lot of parts to clean. So living in a house, these are the kind of things that I avoid buying. Crock pots, Instant Pots, air fryers, all those like electronic kitchen things. I try not to get them. But when we started watching RV YouTube videos, everybody, Instant Pot, Instant Pot, Instant Pot. So we brought the Instant Pot with us on the road, and it's a pretty large item. This is the 6-quart Instant Pot, and it takes up most of this real estate up here. So it was a choice. We had to make a choice on this. Here's why it's awesome. So we can plug it in outside and cook outside. It's really like almost a fail-proof system of cooking. You just throw all your ingredients in. I've been able to find recipes for everything. I basically, like, if I am in the mood for rotisserie chicken, I Google rotisserie chicken Instant Pot. I find almost everything I could ever want to make. I find an Instant Pot recipe version of it. And so far, everything that we've made has come out excellent. We do Indian food in here. We do chili in it all the time. We do soup in it. We did our Thanksgiving turkey in it. We bought a fresh whole turkey breast. We seared it in there and cooked it in there. It cooked quicker than any turkey I've done for Thanksgiving, and it was more moist, and it was just like cooked perfectly. So we love it. We bake potatoes in it. It cooks everything really, really quick and pretty accurately every time. So this was a questionable item, but has easily become an essential RV kitchen item for us and a great gift. Thank you. Essential kitchen item number 4 is my electronic griddle. And right now I have a little bit of a love and hate relationship with this electronic griddle. These electronic griddles are fairly cheap. I think we paid $20 to $30 for this, and this was something that we decided to buy after we had rented an RV. We rented an RV before we bought one, and there was one of these in it. And I thought, well, cool, I'll do our bacon and breakfast outside. Well, I was like, that was so much easier than dirtying all these dishes inside. We did the bacon in it, then I threw some potatoes in it, then I do my eggs in it, and all the bacon smell and everything stays outside because you can cook in it outside. And so we decided to buy one, and we cook fish in it. We cook fish outside. This just really helps kitchen smells from building up inside the RV. It's a tiny space, so you got to think anytime you cook fish or bacon or anything greasy inside, it's going to absorb into your bedding, your clothing. That could get pretty nasty. We avoid it pretty much at all costs. The reason it's a love-hate relationship, these things are great in the beginning, but they don't last very long. It is an electronic, like, heated coil, so you get hot spots. What's happening with this one now is it gets hot, and then all of a sudden it decides to turn off on its own. I don't know if it's like a temperature gauge thing or an issue with it, but we still use it. We still use it a lot. It's probably time to get a new one, which isn't really a big deal when it's a $20 kitchen appliance. You know, it's lasted us 7 months. For $20, $30, we could buy another one, and I would happily buy another one and keep it as an essential RV kitchen item.
Our number 5 on the kitchen must-haves is, you can see we use this for storage. Our pizza stone, which is really dirty right now. We found this on Amazon. We found the perfect size. I think we measured the inside first and then went and looked for a specific size. I have baked cookies in here. I've baked brownies in here. I've baked veggies in here. We've definitely had several pizzas in here, and I wouldn't say that we've had any problems. There's a little tweaking with the temperature and rotating it. I would say one thing for sure, I want to say the things that are in the front get a little more crispy first. So I'll usually take it out if I'm putting something in for 10 minutes. After 5 minutes, I'll rotate the pan, 180 degrees. So one of our favorite things, just to be able to utilize the oven. I don't know what this tiny little oven would do without that pizza stone in there to help regulate the heat.
The reason you need to have a pizza stone in these ovens if you're going to bake in them is so that it bakes evenly. It's a propane oven, so there's a gas flame and it runs right down the center of the oven. So if you put this pan or a cookie sheet in there, it's just going to torch the middle of the pan and it'll burn everything. It'll just burn everything. And with the pizza stone in there, it acts as a barrier above the flame. It absorbs the heat and then evenly distributes it through the rest of the oven, so that it's not like a convection oven, but it's because there's no fan in there, but what it's doing is it's spreading out the heat and evenly dispersing the heat in the oven so that your cookies all cook at a different temperature, or that your French fries don't burn to the bottom of the pan. And it just is a lot easier way to regulate an even temperature in the oven.
There's really no way to figure out exactly what you need on the road full time until you start doing it, and we realize that now, but in the beginning we watched tons of these videos and we went down rabbit hole after rabbit hole, just daydreaming about what it would be like to live on the road full time. And here we are, 7 months in, guys. That's right, we celebrated 7 months just a couple weeks ago. And we couldn't be more happy to be experiencing life differently and to be on the other side of the camera and to be sharing our experiences with you guys and what works in our RV and how we live full time. So we want to thank you for coming along on this journey with us. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram if you're interested.
Bye!
Have a great week, guys.